Hi, everybody. Kate Souter here, Ambassador Diamond with It Works Global. I am so honored and proud to have Madra Jones on the line with me tonight. I'm so honored and proud to have Madra Jones on the line with me tonight. Madra, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Gosh.
I'm kind of nervous.
I know. You know, this is exciting. There's well over 1,000 people on the line with us tonight listening in and joining us. And you know, they're coming to this call, Madra, to hear from you, to hear your story, to hear this interview, and to hear these stories about how you have succeeded in your business through the salon industry. And for those that are listening, you know, for those that do not know your story and do not know who you are, let's give them a little background. Because you got started in the salon industry. You got introduced to It Works Global and the Ultimate Body Applicator through your hair salon. So you owned 2 hair salons. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, you owned 2 hair. So a little bit about your background, how you got started with It Works, how you were introduced to the company, and I know that you're also a mom. So you have 3 children.
Right.
Yeah. So how did you get introduced to It Works?
Okay. Was a salon owner. I owned 2 salons in a little bitty town in Missouri. A longtime friend of mine called me up one day and said, you know, I have a great product. I think that you would, you know, do well with it. It is a wrap that firms, tones, tightens the skin, reduces cellulite, reduces stretch marks. It's nutrients for the skin, and I think that you would really like it. I was not. I didn't want to sell it. There's always salespeople calling, you know, your salon and always wanting you to sell something. They think their product's the best, and I told her no. She was persistent. She gave me a couple weeks and called me again, and I finally just told her that if she thought her product was so great, to come and wrap me. And I thought that that probably would do it because she lived 4 hours away, and I thought she'll never come here. And about a week later, she walked in my door with a wrap in her hand, and she said, "I'm here to wrap you." And I thought, oh, my Lord. And, you know, I felt bad because, you know, she drove all that way, and so I let her wrap me.
Well, what was that experience like for you, being wrapped for the first time as a salon owner?
I was very intrigued by it because it wasn't your traditional wrap where you spend an hour at the salon and you strip naked and they put you in a room and mummy you up. And most of those wraps, you know, we did all sorts of body wraps. Most of those were, you know, water weight that you use. They would wrap you in the heat blankets, and you know, you would lose water weight, and it was a result that, you know, lasted until you basically drank water. So I was really intrigued by it because she just took me in my office, and she told me that she would like to wrap my tummy. I stood there. I lifted up my shirt. She placed the applicator on my stomach, and I was, you know, I wasn't a very good prospect because I was sort of perturbed that she was there. But I'm telling you, when she placed the product on my skin, I could not help but ask her questions. And so I started saying, you know, how does it work and what does it do? And she said, let's let the product speak for itself. You will see results. I can tell you a ton of things, you know, that's going to happen to you and what your skin's going to look like, but you won't believe me until you try it. So we waited. She wrapped me. It seriously took like 3 minutes. And she started talking to me about the product and how it could benefit my salon. What was so amazing was, instead of standing in my office, I went out into the salon and we were kind of talking out there, and she actually kind of lifted my shirt up a little bit to get the attention of all of my clients and all of the girls that worked for me. And the second she did that, the entire place, their eyeballs were right on my stomach. then the chatter started, and they all started asking me what I was doing and what, and so since I had no idea, I said, I don't know. I said, this is some crazy wrap she's trying to get me to buy, and it's supposed to firm up my stomach, and everyone starts talking about, oh my gosh, I just had a baby, and that would be great. And as an owner of a salon, I thought, if this does anything to my skin, I could sell it to everyone that walked in the door,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, so for you, from that experience, Major, from that experience, first time ever being wrapped in your own hair salon, hanging out with your friend who's wrapped you and introduced you to the product, what was the next step for you after that? What happened after that? How did you become involved with It Works Global? What happened with the sign-on experience?
I actually signed on before I took the wrap off because I believed her. I trusted her. I had heard a few things about it, not a whole lot. She pretty much introduced me to the product, but I jumped in. I said, I want to try this, I want to try to sell this. I want to try to give my customers an add-on service, like while they're getting their hair done or a pedicure, massage, or a facial. I'm an esthetician, and I thought I could wrap everybody that lays on my facial table before they get their facial. And I just saw the potential that it could be. She did tell me that this was a network marketing business, and I was not comfortable with that. I wanted no part of that. I saw the potential of selling this wrap as an add-on service for $25 or $30 and then turning around and retailing it off my shelf. I thought, I am going to get rich, doing this. So that's how it started. So I signed up that day and I bought my kit. I bought the spa pack because I don't do anything, halfway. I had go all in. So I bought the spa pack because that actually discounts your wraps below wholesale, and the markup is better, and I was going to make more money that way. So I jumped in. She guided me through the enrollment process. It was very simple, and then that's how I started, and was doing really well. I bought a salon banner, and I'm serious. I stuck it inside the front door. They had to climb over it to get in. I wrapped all of my staff because I wanted them to talk about it and experience it, and that is basically how I started. Selling it for, an add-on service and retailing it off my shelves.
Major, when did it become a network marketing strategy for you? Because we're a network marketing company. We do offer the ability to retail, and obviously salon owners can add the wrap as an add-on treatment. When did that change for you?
She came down and she did a huge party for us, and she just said, hey, I want to come down. I want to help you get going. I want to, get everybody, introduced to this product and everything. That went over really well. I thought, this is all I'm going to do. About 2 months later, she, was just like, gosh, you're doing so good. You're ordering so much product. It's flying off your shelves. Are you happy? And I was like, of course I am, And she said, I just want to let you know that there's a few other ways to make money with this company. Will you please just give me 10 minutes of your time and let me tell you how you can build this business and make more money? I wasn't interested, and she invited me to a boot camp training. It was 4 hours away where she lived, and I decided to go because I am all for continuing education. As a salon owner, we went to hair shows all the time, and I thought, you know what, I will go because I was not confident completely in the wrap as far as what if someone asked me a question, I don't know what to answer. I believed in the product and knew that it worked and was getting repeat business, and people were referring all of their friends to come in. I had people coming in my doors that never graced my salon before at all, and I thought, wow. So I went to this boot camp because I thought I'll go and be on fire for it, for a couple days, and, maybe we'll sell some more, and I'll come back and teach my staff a few things. But what I learned there was how much money can be made through network marketing, and I learned that if I got other distributors in the area and taught them how I was making money with this product, that I would make money off of them, and it would just snowball and over and over and over. So I went back and I first enrolled a few people that worked for me as distributors. I enrolled those girls that were really pushing the product, and I basically allowed them to have a little sideline business within my salon. And the girls that did not want to be distributors, I still encouraged them to wrap their clients, and I gave them $5 every time they wrapped someone. So that was just an additional $5. I mean, I had a girl that wrapped like 15 people one day, and that was extra cash for her. I would actually go to my drawer and hand her cash for wrapping that day. So it started that way. I started branching out. I started calling other people in the salon industry. At first, I was wanting to hoard this, and I wanted to be the only one in the area to, sell this product. And I realized that I'm going to make a ton more money if I can get other distributors to do this under my direction and training, and the steps to success are so easy with this company. If I could just duplicate that and teach them, I would make a lot more money.
Yeah. And so it's been 2 years for you since you joined. 2 years.
Right.
And you've shot to the top, you're the top percentile in the company, and you're an ambassador diamond. You're doing extremely well. And what's happened to you since you joined It Works? Have you sold both of your salons? Are you out of the business, out of the industry? Are you full-time at Works?
I am full-time at Works. I actually sold my salon 6 months into this business.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
One thing that was appealing was that, I mean, it still to this day, blows my mind that I'm not doing that anymore, because I was a salon owner for 20 years. I worked at other salons as an esthetician before that. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be all in with the network marketing business. It just wasn't a dream of mine. I just never, I think it was just because I was uneducated about the field, And
sure.
I sold my salon 6 months in and have done this ever since. Yeah. And what is so amazing, Kay, is that it's $100, maybe $110 to run this business that I have now. Whereas before I was managing stylists and I was paying $2,500 for rent. I was paying, utility bills and writing out checks, and oh my gosh, what a headache. But it's all that I knew, and it was a passion of mine, and it still is. But this business has given me more of an income, working less. I can stay home with my 3 kids. I can travel. I can dream. And I don't know. It is just the best business ever for me.
Wow. And you know what? That is extremely inspiring, and inspiring to so many, I am sure, on multiple levels when you're looking at a business like this. And even from a salon perspective, we put this call together for you all out in the field, for you distributors, for anybody who may own a salon, a tanning salon, hair salon, fitness studio, fitness instructor. We want you to find your niche in this, because there's a lot of us out there that have those kind of connections, thinking about, our hairstylist personally or our fitness coach personally. So, Madra, let's talk about some of the ways that we can market this business through this market, through this field. And we have some questions. So I love the question and answer format. So let's go through some of these questions so we can get these answers out into the marketplace. Some of them, I'm going to start with, when you mentioned the beginning of this call, you mentioned that you came across sales reps day in and day out coming into your studio wanting new business. So how can distributors in the field avoid that? How can they avoid being, very salesy and, like that, oh, no, here she comes, I'm going to run and hide and lock myself in my office like you did?
Oh, been
how
there.
How can we avoid that? Yeah. How can that be avoided?
Don't go in as a representative for a product line. When I approach salons, I go in almost as a customer. I go in and ask them if they've heard about the body applicator, the wrap, the skinny wrap, all these crazy wraps, everything that we call it out in the field. I ask them if they've heard about that. I do not take any folders that I've made up. I don't take any salon proposals. Those need thrown out the window. Talk to them like a real person. They're real. All anybody wants to do is just make money. And I go in with a Blitz card, and if you're new on this call, that Blitz card shows what the product is, what it does, and it's a coupon. And I go in with that, and I go in with a wrap. And if they have never heard of it, I tell them that I want to wrap them because I know that that is what got me into the business. It was not her calls. It was not her salon proposal. It was her walking in and saying, give me 5 minutes to put this wrap on you. And the wrap sells itself.
So coming in, as almost an everyday person, low-key, with a Blitz card in hand, no salon proposal, just as we would be talking to anyone about the business, anybody. We want a Blitz card in hand, supplied with our wrap. And we want to get that wrap on a manager, or would that be a manager or a spa owner? Who
you know what, Kay? You know what? If the manager or the salon owner is not available, that is fine with me. If they tell me no, the manager's not available, I will turn around in the salon with that wrap and say, who wants a wrap? It's going to take 5 minutes.
Now, with that, from that perspective, from that point on, are you wrapping for free?
I do wrap for free.
Well, it was, and so I think I just got disconnected.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I put it on mute, but someone, I'm not her involved, but somebody else.
I'm getting some background noise, Madra.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I was getting background noise too, and then it said muted. I was like, oh no. Sorry, everybody. We had a little glitch there. Kay, what was your question? I'm sorry.
My question is that person you're wrapping for free, or are you charging?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I do wrap them for free. It's basically your own choice, but I feel like if I'm going in with an award-winning product, that I feel like is going to change their business and increase their revenue, and I'm totally sold on what I'm telling them, that I need to go in and prove it to them. And it's a business expense for me. Gosh, I spent $20,000 on advertising for my salon, billboards and newspaper, and I can go in with a wrap that costs me $12.50 because I buy the spa pack and wrap them. So, yes, I wrap them for free. I'll get it on anybody that will let me wrap them.
Now, would you find that, do you discuss the auto, what do you do with the auto ship? Because the auto ship is a huge part, and we have the ADDV monthly auto ship, in order to be commission qualified and bonus qualified. So when you're talking to a salon owner, let's say you wrap them, they're very interested in the business, you're sitting down with them, you're going over, the strategies for them launching their business, maybe with a salon wrap party or et cetera. When do you talk about that auto ship, and how do you approach that with a salon owner?
Kay, I basically tell them about the business that's the most appealing. Okay, I tell them they can wrap for cash as an add-on service. I tell them that they can retail the product off their shelves. And I also tell them that in order to be an active distributor with our company, that you have to order at least $80 of product, $80 with a product of your choice every month, which will be set up when they begin their distributorship. And $80, any product, okay, usually we suggest a couple boxes of wraps. They sell those wraps at $25 a piece. That's $200. It's like they're not even spending $80 at all. I know that I bought into a cosmetic line. It cost me $8,500 for the buy-in, and I didn't bat an eye. So when I tell them that it's about $120 a month to run their business, and it's going to cost them a minimum of $80 in products that they can turn around and retail for profit, it's a no-brainer for them. I mean, it's totally fine. I also go into the fact that, let's not pack your shelves with $10,000 worth of inventory, because that's not appealing. I tell them the main products are the wraps, the defining gel, and the fat fighters. That is what I retailed. And I also tell them that they get a website with their distributorship, and to all the clients, if they want other products that we carry, to just go ahead and sign them as a loyal customer, because they will get $120 in free product, which is very appealing. That's total profit, right? And I also tell them for every 2 loyal customers that they get, that they will be able to buy their boxes of 4, a box of 4 wraps for only $25. That's $75 profit per box. Like
when you say that, let's tell them what that means, because that means that from the first 4 loyal customers that they sign on in their first 30 days of the business, they'll receive $120 in product credit. So what we offer, we suggest, is get 2 boxes of wraps, because with that, you can make $200 pure profit on those 2 boxes of wraps, because there's 8 wraps in a box times $25 a piece. And then they get, for each 2 loyal customers they ever sign on as a It Works distributor, they receive a box of wraps for $25, and that includes shipping.
Right. That's very appealing. Mm-hmm. And Kay, here's the deal. Like, they can get their loyal customers in 2 seconds, because here's what I did. I wanted that $120 in free product. I wanted $200 worth of product profit, So when I started wrapping the girls in my salon and they wanted product, I did not let them deplete the inventory off my shelves. I enrolled them as a loyal customer. They can actually buy wholesale as a loyal customer. So I enrolled 4 of the girls, right, that wanted product to try, and it benefited them because they paid the wholesale pricing, but it also benefited me because then I was able to start buying boxes of wraps at $25. So it was a win-win, and that's how I got my customers.
And so what about from the perspective of what if some of the stylists want to become distributors? And from your point of view, and what did you do in your salon as far as offering the distributorships to your stylists? What's your approach on that?
I let them. I encouraged it. I gave them an education on how it could be just a sideline business while you're already standing behind the chair. You have an unlimited supply of customers coming in every day, and you can wrap them. And it takes 3 minutes to wrap them before, they do their service, whether it's a nail technician, a stylist, anything. So I encourage that. I encourage them to wrap. They use their own product to wrap. They got to keep the $25 that they charged their own customer to wrap. If the customer wanted to retail the product off the shelf, or if the stylist wanted to retail the product, they certainly could. If they did not want to, and that stylist wanted to enroll their customer as a loyal customer, I was certainly up for that, because I wanted them to have the same benefit and make money too. I mean, we were all there to make money. So I encouraged it. I had 4 or 5 distributors that were in my salon.
Did you notice a big difference in your traffic flow once you started this business and incorporated this new product in?
Okay. I'm telling you, people were coming in my door that I had never seen before. There were people that came in the door that I had always wished that would walk in my door, and they were coming in specifically for the wrap. And to tell you the truth, those customers, not all of them, obviously, but some of them ended up purchasing other retail products, or they decided to get a manicure while they were there. It just overall, it increased my revenue overall.
So with that, let's talk a little bit about the marketing side of this. When you're a salon owner, you've got the retail, you've got the retail products, the wraps, the defining gel, which is the gel form of the cream that comes on our applicator that you can use every single day, and then Fat Fighter, which is one of our top-selling supplements. Major, why Fat Fighter?
Fat Fighter, because everyone is looking to lose a little bit of weight, and when you couple that supplement with the wrap, the customer does experience weight loss. And it's such an easy supplement to take. I carry mine in my purse. It's not something you take every day. I always tell people if they're sitting at, Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's probably a good time to take 2 Fat Fighters. But if they're, in the line at the salad bar, they don't necessarily need it, because it blocks a portion of the fat and carbs that you take into your body. It's an all-natural product, and it's something that doesn't change, your tummy situation or anything like that. Like, you don't even know you're taking it. It blocks some of that fat and carbs, and it's a great product. And it's also, one of the top 3 selling products. So everybody wants it. Once they hear it blocks, a portion of the fat and carbs, they're like, give it to me.
Hey, I know. We go out to dinner. I think that's one of the best times to take it, because when you eat out, you just don't know what all you got in that food that you're eating, what might have more fat or butter or sugar. And when we eat out, I always have them in my purse or in my clutch, and I can easily take 2, and it just keeps you from having that bloated feeling, that bloated feeling. And oftentimes I'll do majors. I'll go to get my hair cut and wear a wrap because of the treatment that I'm receiving and the relaxation aspect. It's such a spa treatment type, and that's what we really, want to get across here too, is the spa feeling that you get with this applicator. And from that perspective too, one thing that we discussed when we were on the phone together the other day, I called you because I had a couple of questions about how to market the business and market to spas and salons, and we had some questions in our field and within our organization. And, one thing that you said to me that really rang true was that you said, from the networking side, you would approach this maybe weeks later or months later once that salon starts getting some revenue in. So can you talk about that a little bit, getting some profit in and then coming to them and approaching them from the network marketing side?
Right. When I approached the salon about the business, as a salon owner, time is money. All I want to do is make the most money as fast as I can. That is the general census of everyone that I've ever worked with or any other salon owner. I don't want to have to work harder for my money. So I go in and propose this business to them as an add-on service. They can retail it. And if they want to sign up a few loyal customers, this is a great way to get below wholesale pricing so you make the most profit. I schedule a launch party with them. If I'm not near them, which I have a lot of salons across the country, I can't be everywhere. The parties are so simple. You just wrap the people that come. I mean, it takes 3 minutes to wrap each person. So I get them to have a party, and once they start making some money with this business, like you said, I give it a month or so, and I go revisit them as far as, did you know there are more ways to make money with this business? And by that time, they are ready to hear it, just like I was. So that is when I tell them that they can get other distributors. They can start with the people that are in their salon. They can start with their family, friends, coworkers, their cousin in Wyoming or wherever, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone can do this business. Anyone that wants to just have a little extra income. The single mom. I have all walks of life. I have Zumba instructors. I have doctors, chiropractors. I have just anyone can do this business. I have people that have worked for the federal government that have, since they've been in this business, have quit their jobs. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity for anyone, and I try to share that with them once they get their feet wet, once they see how lucrative this business can be. I will go approach them again about all the other ways to make money with the company. So I don't – go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I just don't go in and say you can wrap people for $25, you can retail it off your shelves, you can find loyal customers, you can build distributors, and we have different levels, and, you know, it just, they're overwhelmed. I would have been completely overwhelmed, and I will tell you honestly that if she would have told me all of the different aspects of this business that day, I would not have done it because I didn't want another job. I felt, you know, when you explain, you know, really everything that you could do to make money with this business, it feels like just another job because you don't understand the business enough to know that it's actually freedom. It just doesn't sound like it, you know? So I go in with, here's how you can make an additional income by adding 3 minutes to your day with each person. That's basically what I tell them. They wear the wrap 45 minutes. You've got them in the chair for an hour anyway. Remove it, show them the results, and they're either going to buy a ton off your shelf or they're going to enroll as a loyal customer and purchase it. It's all designed to use at home. They don't have to come into your salon to do it. They don't have to spend, you know, $90 on a body wrap. You don't get repeat business from that. We had wet rooms that were never used because no one has time, but we want a result. And this product is not like selling a candle, okay? This product can be sold to anyone, man, woman, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter their color, or nothing, because everyone has an area on their body that they cannot stand. And even if you have a Zumba instructor that I approached that had the most awesome rock-hard body, I was actually like, why am I even talking to her? You know? She was all over the product because she had cellulite on her butt and she had stretch marks from having a baby. So anyone can buy this product. That was very appealing to me.
And you keep mentioning loyal customers. For those on the call that don't know what a loyal customer is, explain why. There was also another reason why that was so appealing for you, because you got the loyal customer bonus.
Right. A loyal customer is someone that purchases product at wholesale pricing through your website. They would go place their first order. All they have to do is order at least one product 2 more months in a row. You got to give product time, and there are so many products that I know that they're going to want to use. I even get really personal with them if they want me to and ask them what their concerns are. And so I can recommend a few products down the road. So the Loyal Customer Program is free. We can waive the $50 fee to join, and they get wholesale pricing. So that's very appealing. As far as me goes, I wanted to sign Loyal customers for two reasons. I did not want $10,000 for the product on my shelves that was just going to sit there, because the product on a shelf for a salon owner is like money. All you look up and you just see money sitting there. So I wanted some core products that I could sell, but I wanted to introduce my customers to all the other products that we had, because I had learned to love them. You know, I was taking all of them and using all the skincare. So I wanted to sign Loyal customers because part of the compensation plan that I read was that if you get 60 Loyal customers, you get an additional $600 on top of the commission that you make from them. So I was like, oh my God, I can wrap them for $25. Listen to this. I had people that after they wrapped, they bought a box of wraps off my shelf because they wanted them instantly, but they couldn't pass up the wholesale pricing, so they would enroll as a Loyal customer.
Wow.
So I thought $25 for the wrap, $99 for a box retail. I could get commission because they signed as a Loyal. If I can get 60 people to do this, I'm going to get an additional $600.
Can you please check your...
on top of my commission. So I ran with it.
Please check.
Wow. And you ran with it, and within a couple of years, you've risen to the top in the company, one of the top distributors in the company, all from a friend being consistent, from walking into your salon and saying, I'm wrapping you now. And wouldn't you just encourage everyone to be bold enough to do that, whether they're even approaching a salon or a spa or just any friend or family member or anybody they come across, to just be bold enough to get that product on somebody?
Yeah, that's the answer, because, you know, you can talk till you're blue in the face. You can try to convince them that this is what they need to do. You can try to convince them that this wrap is the best product in the whole world. You know, you can try to convince them and twist their arm, but the key is to get the product on their body. No one has ever heard of this. No one has ever seen it. This is a world's first-to-market product, so they don't understand it. Your mom has always said, no one has a brain cell for the product, and it's so true. I remember I've done some expos before, and I talked all day one day, and, you know, nobody wanted to wrap, and they were making remarks about how, you know, we did those 20 years ago. And I went back to my hotel room that night with almost laryngitis, and I'm like, I don't even want to go back tomorrow. And so I did go back the next day, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to say a word. My standard answer when they asked me a question was, let me wrap you, because that is all the energy I could muster up. I was shot from the day before, and I ended up wrapping people. We had Loyal customers that day. We had people that were interested in the business. So I thought, that's the key right there, because if I could just get it on their body, they're going to buy the product from me. So,
you know, one of the questions that just came in was for you know, you had someone walk in and say, I'm coming, I'm wrapping you today. Would you encourage our distributors to schedule appointments, or would you encourage them to just walk in and be bold?
Walk in. You know, I would just totally walk in. I have some distributors on my team that go get massages, you know, a different place every month to introduce the product. I think that's a great idea. They get into a conversation with the massage therapist about our skinny massage and how exclusive that they can be with that. I just walk in. As a salon owner, I don't want to make an appointment with someone that wants to sell me something. It's just no. Just walk in, approach that salon owner, or approach your stylist, or approach the tanning salon owner, or anyone. Approach any business like you would an individual. There is no trick to getting salons. There's no speech or anything that you have to have. You go in with the Blitz card and you go in with the wrap, and you get the wrap on anybody that's willing to let you put it on their body.
So what, for salon owners, what do you recommend that they keep on hand as far as marketing materials?
They need the Blitz cards. In my salon, I had a Blitz card taped on every styling station. I had our product catalog on every styling station. I had the product catalogs and the Blitz cards stuck in the magazines. I actually got rid of about half of the magazines in there. It was insane. Because I wanted them reading that literature. I had them on the reception desk, and the receptionist's job, if that person went up to pay and they had not wrapped, it was her job to ask them one last time if they would like to wrap and go. And I taught my receptionist everybody in there knew how to wrap. It's not that hard. It's all designed to use at home, so it's so easy to do. And that was their goal. I had a salon banner purchased from the company store, and that was it. I had loyal customer forms on everyone's station. I actually had a clipboard on everybody's station, and it had the product catalog on it, and it had the loyal customer form on it, which shows the retail versus the wholesale price.
Right. So they can be sitting there at the station and looking at that and seeing the value in the product pricing. And then you had your stylists who were or were not distributors, some were, some weren't, talking about the product there. Did you notice how just having that Blitz card encouraged conversation?
It certainly did. And, while the customer was wrapped, they had questions. So they got to look over the catalog, and they got to look over the loyal customer form, and the stylist would just, sort of answer their questions. And it was the buzz. I'm telling you, it was the buzz. I had some of my stylists that would wrap their arms while they were working. Everyone in there was like, what is she doing? What happened to her arms? So I had them wrapping their tummies, and they'd have their shirts up. It was so exciting. The salon was revived by this product. Stylists get excited when there's something new and something that they can offer their clients that, no one in the area has, and that's what it did for us. And it was an amazing experience.
Well, let's go, we'll close with this. Any last words for anybody who's considering the business, considering the opportunity, that's listening tonight?
It's $99 to join this business. You get some marketing materials. You get 4 wraps with your kit, which basically pays you back once you sell those for your kit. So it's like zero down. There's no risk at all. I would just encourage anyone who got invited on the call from someone to go back to that person and just jump in, completely jump in, give the business 3 months, and watch what it does to your salon business or any other business that you have. It's something that if she would not have been persistent, if she would not have believed in the product so much, and she would have walked away the first time she heard me say no, I would still be, working my tail off and not seeing my kids and spinning my wheels. And this has been such an amazing experience for me. And it's not just me. I am 40 years old. It's not one person, I'm not the only person in this company that's actually retiring so early and working this business full time. And full-time doesn't mean full-time, 40 hours a week. It means I'm sitting in my home taking a few calls, and I go to a few expos because I really like those, and I just share this opportunity, and I share the product with everybody because I know how life-changing it can be physically to people and as well as financially. So, it's I feel sorry for the people that don't do it, when they tell me no. I'm just like, you don't know what you're passing up.
Yeah, take a chance. Take a chance at a business that can change your life, and not only change your life, change the life of every person that you touch with this product, with this opportunity. And you know what, Major? Tonight we have something pretty special. We have a Show Me the Money call with our corporate Director of Marketing, Pam Souter, and she's interviewing the first 2 millionaires in the company, Cammie Dempsey, Nathan Dempsey, and Brandon and Denise Walsh, 2 powerhouse couples that I know we both know very, very well. They're being interviewed tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we wanted to plug this call in. If you want to hear how this business has also changed their lives. You've heard Madra. You've heard her story. We'll continue that on that call. The phone number is 832-225-5825, and the PIN is 489675#. If you need that again, it's 832-225-5825. And the PIN is 489675#. And if you're listening to the recording of this call, you can visit myitworksevents.com. That's myitworksevents.com. And you can go back to Monday, February 4th, 2013, and listen to the recording of that call with the 2 millionaires from It Works Global. Major, you're not far behind them, are you?
Oh, no. Got my 1099 today. That was pretty close. So I was pretty excited about that.
Wow, it's been an absolute pleasure to interview you tonight. Your story is so outstanding, and I'm so, so proud of you and all of your team for all the hard work that you've done. And I know you've inspired so many people, so thank you so much for being on tonight. Thank you all for joining us on this call. This has been spectacular.
You're very welcome. Yeah, it's been a blessing. So thank you for the opportunity to share this with over 2,800 people. Life-changing for them.
Wow.
So anyway, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, everybody. Good night.